Hi again, my name is Peter Willington and I'm a Commonwealth-Registered married celebrant. I'm coming to you today on the YouTubes from my courtyard in Nunda. And this is Really Frequently Asked or Easy to Answer Questions, Volume 1.3. Again, as I mentioned in video 2, there's a bit of preamble in the first video in this series, and it still does apply to this. So look, it doesn't necessarily need to be watched before this video for this video to make sense, but just make sure you are aware of those things, and at some stage go back and watch it. And the salient points of that are, these questions were submitted by you. I haven't read them yet. I'm just answering them the first time I read them. So excuse if I sort of stumble or say anything weird. I also want to mention that these answers may only apply to me, and so talk to your celebrant if you have any doubts. And finally, also, this is volume 1 of what I hope to make into a bit of a series. So if you do have any questions, get in touch, and I'll be doing another video in a month or so. And so with that, we'll break straight into it. Can we play music through your speaker before and after the ceremony? Yeah, absolutely. You're more welcome to use my PA. We'll have a chat about how long. I do include half an hour before the ceremony and 15 minutes after the ceremony at no charge. This is usually more than enough time for your guests to make their way to the cocktail hour area. If your cocktail hour is at the same location as the ceremony, look, I do hire out my PA at a very reasonable rate. It's just sort of acknowledging that I'm there for a little bit longer. Do you provide the music or do we? Look, it's totally up to you. I have playlists for before and after the ceremony that I'm just constantly updating. You're more than welcome to pick the playlist yourself, or even just specify a song or two that you want. Look, I'm more than happy to accommodate anything like that. If you do choose to pick a playlist yourself, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can email me through the songs and just specify if you want it in that exact order or not. I use Apple Music, so I'll just make sure they're all available. You can also give me a USB with MP3 files. I usually play music through my phone via Bluetooth, but you're more than welcome to connect to your phone or tablet. And if your device isn't Bluetooth enabled, like if you're using an old iPod, I can just plug into the PA using the headphone jack and go from there. What about our bands? Can they use your PA? Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Very long story short, I've dabbled as a musician in the past. I've played at a couple of weddings. One of the things that drove me freaking mental was having to set up in 2 locations, or even 3 if we were playing ceremony, cocktail hour, and the reception. Particularly if I was setting up to play one song when one of the people getting married walked down the aisle. So when I was in the market to buy a portable PA system, when I first became a celebrant, that was one of the key considerations. I wanted something that a band could use. If they, were just going to come down and play one song. Again, like I said before, they're more than welcome to use it in the half hour before the ceremony and 15 minutes after the ceremony. It just saves them setting up in multiple locations. Look, I will do a video about my PA, but look, what you really need to know is I ended up putting together my own package, which, just guarantees a million times more functional, and it has more features, and, it's I shouldn't say 10 times, but it's far more powerful than anything else with the battery. I've got a 12-channel mixer in there, which I wanted to be able to, again, have the band use it. Probably what you really need to know is, I've had a 5-piece band play through it, so I should easily be able to handle whatever your band can throw at it. Yeah, and like I said, I'll do a standalone video on the PA that I've got, and yeah, we can go from there. So, who the hell are you? Judging by who submitted this question, I'm guessing that Rochelle changed a word. Hi, my name's Peter. I'm married to the most amazing person in the world, my wife Rochelle. At the time of filming this video, we're a few weeks away from becoming parents for the first time to a little baby girl. The spare time that I have at the moment, the very increasingly little spare time that I get, you'll find me playing guitar or exercising. I'm just this week started training for my first marathon. We're doing renos at our townhouse. I'll be watching sport, talking all things Lotus with my father-in-law and brother-in-law. That's something we do a lot of. At the moment, my father-in-law has got 2 Lotus Exesias. He's selling one of them. They've been really serious about their racing for a couple of years now, and I've just sort of joined in the party in the last year or so. And they're very good drivers, and they're heading down to compete in, I think, the GT class at the Target Tasmania this year. But anyway, other than cars, you'll find me drinking beer like I am right now, and just having the best job in the world. We see your dog all the time on social media. What kind of dog is Cookie? I just kind of want to point out, actually, and I've been really lax in this, we've actually got two dogs. The dog you're talking about there, Cookie, is the older of the two. He's the one that always appears in my social media feeds. He's a Cavalier Cross Poodle, or a Cavoodle, and he's 8 years old. We have Luna as well. She's just turned 3 in November. She's a Moodle, or a Maltese Cross Poodle. Cookie's the one that only shows up in my social media posts because I just can't convince Luna to sit still long enough to take a decent photo or video. She's still too much of a puppy and has far too much energy. But I won't name favourites, but Luna's the one that cuddles up to me on the bed. Boxers or briefs? Trunks. Yeah, and so with that, I'll call the end of the very first edition of really frequently asked or easy to answer questions. As always, if you haven't yet decided on a Celebrant, I'd really dearly love to be considered. And if you have any questions or topics that you'd like to see me cover in a future video, or even something in this video that you'd like to see me cover in more detail, there's a couple of things that I said I'd make a video about. Look, let me know in the comment section below, or get in touch through any of my social media platforms. I will give you bonus points if you use the hashtag RFAoETAQ, or even make an inquiry on my website. Also, you know, if you did like this video, I'd really love it if you went and looked at the rest of the videos in this series, as well as the wider Peter Willington Weddings Talks videos. And you know, you would absolutely make my day if you did subscribe to the channel. So with that, cheers, have a great day, and I'm looking forward to chatting all things weddings with you again soon.